Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. Part 2 LR details potentially incoming today. Exciting stuff. How's everyone doing on this fine Sunday morning? Saturday evening for some of you, I'm sure. Shout out to everyone who is here already. We've got Prof, Drace, Thomas, Mia. Shout out to Mia for re-upping her channel membership. Member for 44 months. Let's go. Got Leo, Kieran, Dr. Gasmask. Solus as well. Good morning, good morning. Shout out to everyone on the Twitch side as well. Well, tournament should be next weekend. Let's hope so. Although, when would we find out? Because you would have thought it would be announced today. I hate the thing I hate the most is because obviously I like doing the World Tournament weekend events, but I like knowing a decent amount in advance, like when they're going to be. Like if it's next weekend and we still don't know, it means it starts on Friday. It means it starts in like 5 days' time if it's next weekend and we still have no idea. I always say this is going to be the World Tournament I do, but then I can't be asked. Yeah, fair. I don't blame you, but it's my first time seeing you, so I might end up... Hey, I appreciate you, Dr. Gasmask. But yeah, hopefully we should be getting Part 2 LR info today, which would be pretty cool. What are our thoughts on... I mean, I think to me the hint that they posted very much sounds like Special Beam Cannon. I'm not really sure. I guess it could be like anything, essentially. I noticed something the other day. Remember how Beerus had the UI sign-esque blue aura in the Dragon Ball Super Beerus trailer? I actually didn't remember that. Although, don't they, because they explore in the manga the fact that, like, Beerus is more... Beerus teaches Vegeta, like, the Ultra Ego thing. Because, I can't remember, does we say in the Tournament of Power thing that, like, even Beerus hasn't mastered, like, Ultra Instinct? I can't remember now. What he actually says specifically. It's Piccolo plus Goku. All the art is just going to be Piccolo aura farming. True. Yeah, Big TX, how's it going? Just getting my dailies done here, so getting my boosts out of the way. Which, to be fair, I have done already. This is a non-boosted one. This Piccolo's Goku, it's an easy 100 stones. I'm not into early Dragon Ball. Yeah. I think for a lot of people, it's probably an easy skill. Like, the thing is, even if they're quite good, I would imagine chances are they're kind of just designed to be on the Saiyan Saga team. So if you didn't pull the Jiro Nappa then it's probably not a worthwhile investment. Jiren and Nappa. Wait, what? Hang on. I'm getting new Goku's side character Piccolo. The unit's coming out. You think Golden Week is going to really be a new Namek, Goku, and Frieza? I mean, it could be. I'm not sure if it's it will be. I could have sworn I said Vegeta and Nappa. Did I really say Jiren and Nappa? But yeah, like if you haven't got the new Vegeta and Nappa and you haven't got like all the Saiyan Saga pieces, I would imagine if the Part 2 LR is a Saiyan Saga Goku and Piccolo, then there's probably no point summoning for them. Yeah, the two baldies. That would actually be the best combo, yeah. Alright, Preston, how's it going? Jiren and Nappa. Yeah, Beerus hasn't learned UI. That's what I thought. Yeah, I finished that random int Gotenks' links. Who's the one? I think it's you? It's the only one left on the team currently that just has one link to go.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, that's one of the things we talked about on stream. Is a standby, a solo Piccolo that standbys to charge the special beam cannon. That would be really cool. I'd like to see that. No Jet Black Threat, how's it going? Oh, but we want LR Krillin. That could be cool as well. Was it Toon was talking about like the Krillin that catches and then throws the spirit bomb? Like, that would be kind of cool as well. Hope the season 2 of Super Dragon Ball doesn't do what they always do and make Jiren a complete nobody immediately, like every boss beforehand. What? I want a new Jiren. Good looking battle motion to replace the trashy sprite. I miss Joined Forces unit. That's the only problem. Joined Forces units were cool in theory, but it's just the whole annoying, like, the fact that they don't have good categories or anything, because they have to have all, they can only have ones that both characters would be on. Like, it wouldn't have been a problem right from the very beginning if they'd just done what they've done with, like, reversible exchange characters, where Joined Forces characters just had all the categories of both characters. And that would have been really cool. And then, I mean, but then I guess, like, then reversible exchange wouldn't have really ever needed to exist. Great 8 Gohan and tag Krillin. Slightly Piccolo, if you listen closely to the clip, you hear rumbling in the background. Yeah, I mean, it sounds very much like the special beam cannon to me, but... What do you think the leader is going to be? Probably something like Battle of Wits or All Out Struggle. Yeah, that's the only problem as well. That, like, Goku and Piccolo leader skill is kind of because it's just, what, Battle of Wits or Saiyan Saga. Which, if they have another Saiyan Saga character in this same celebration, it feels kind of Yo, Anto, how's it going? How you doing? How you doing? Got 2 evolution. Vegeta's back to back and they still haven't used the aura punch. I know, right? That's crazy. When is it dropping? If you mean the news, if there's going to be part 2 LR news today, it should be in just under 40 minutes. We could still get a Join Forces UI sign and Blue Evolution Vegeta. That would be cool. Vegeta fires a final flash at the enemy and Goku slides over it like the Kefla thing. That would be sick. Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned that. The fact that the Blue Evolution Vegeta from the 10th anniversary has that as his art and he doesn't have it. It's kind of crazy. Don't have enough of Vegeta, but I think Goku / Piccolo should work on another team. Yeah, that'll be the most important thing, is that if it is a Goku and Piccolo, they make them a unit that isn't just on the Saiyan Saga team. Because I guess it depends, like, every time I fight Beerus, right, I fought Beerus yesterday as well, and it was like, oh, cool, Beerus, I get a guaranteed gold. And I'm pretty sure yesterday I got a level 7 super attack as well. Like, what a terrible... That, like, literally might as well not exist. I'm not going to use that.
Alright, let's do this.
A load of garbage. Let's get exclusive to the animations. These animations, well, I like them all. I mean, the thing is, I guess it depends, because, like, the... Ooh. Extreme AGL level 7 dodge. That's not bad. Except, you know, don't have any good Extreme AGL characters I can actually give it to. Because my Goma only has 1 dupe. So... Did someone get a level 10 Link? Because I've just got a 1000 power level thing. It's gonna be you, isn't it? I don't know. Inside man, let's go. The unit that doesn't really need link leveling because the only team I use them on is the Cyberman team where they don't actually get any links active. Let's go. But yeah, that's because if it's a reversible exchange Goku and Piccolo, then obviously they'll be on like Pure Saiyans and Goku family and stuff like that. So we need to have they need to have no restriction for like the Saiyan Saga team or anything. Bronze attack. I mean, that's not actually terrible for if we get an attack based. I've got an attack tech based unit to put it on, but yeah, I need to remember to put that in. I should make a notepad thing of like things to remember to put in the next survey, because every time the survey then actually comes around, I forget like half the things that I want to put in there. So sort option for skill orbs. I'm sure there's plenty we've talked about even over the last week or so that I will now have already forgotten. Another level 7 super attack. Let's go. We love to get the skill orbs that we won't use. No, I've got too many turtle shells again. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Dark FE was saying, like in terms of just variation of units, I would prefer it to be just a Piccolo. But then the problem is, he won't have, especially because it's Saiyan Saga Piccolo. Like he's not going to have good categories or links. I'm struggling to do this mission as well. This is just ridiculous. That's why I haven't done a video on it, because it's just an absolute nightmare. I almost did it once. I mean, I guess I could just do that, right?
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible rotation. I'm still hoping for Piccolo and Raditz. I think that would be cool. Dokkan what if Piccolo like joins Raditz. I keep dying on the Cyberman one as well because I get to like the last turn and then one of them won't dodge like multiple attacks in a row. And And this one's annoying because you have to have like a really good like starting rotation, otherwise there's no point even trying it because you've got to do it in 5 turns. Separate Ways DLC for RE4 is brutal and professional. Yep. Oh my god, and now the other Daima Goku's not on the road. Like, bruh. When they add these missions that are like, are generally just hard because the team that you have to use is so specific, it's like you have to have a certain rotation, otherwise it's just, you can't do it. God, it's brutal.
Alright, let's do this.
I found that the UR could like just about survive the super. I don't know about tank it, but alright. Okay. At least we got the right placement, like on the rotation for the gammas, the Tamagamis. So yeah, because I think I'll try and save the nuke turn for the when we've got the active skill with the mini Goku, because then it gives the adult Goku a buff. But it's crazy that they would give a boss that has so much HP a 5 turns mission, and then also, oh, and you have to run these 3 random free-to-play characters. Never let fans vote on future missions for content ever again. These missions are just ridiculous. Yeah, it's the combination of the things. Like, have a mission where you have to run all the Tamagamis. That's kind of cool. But then not also do it in 5 turns. I mean, that's one of the units that it's making us use, and our additional attack did 0 damage. Like, if you're going to make us use certain units for the event, at least make them good. And I mean, the Tamagami free-to-play units, like in a vacuum, aren't particularly bad. But yeah, for this especially, it's like if we're going to do, we have to do it in 5 turns, but they barely do any damage. Like, yeah, exactly. Like the units part isn't the worst part. That's the thing. In a vacuum, neither part is like the worst part. But doing it in 5 turns with any team you want isn't necessarily the worst thing. And then yeah, just beating it with the 3 Tamagamis on the team isn't the worst thing. Doing both of them at the same time. And of course you need a lot of RNG, like actually getting the EX Super for Goku, which we didn't get, so great. And he crit, so we missed the 77% chance. Seriously, when I was trying to do this the other day, he missed the EX Super like 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, how does that happen? And still crit, I mean, as well. So it was literally the 23% chance that he missed the EX, and it happened like 5 times in a row. It's supposed to be a 77% chance you're going to get the EX Super if you got the crit. And yeah, I missed it 5 times in a row. Like, the probability of that happening is so ridiculously low. And yeah, it happened. Tamagami 1 getting the EX Super, let's go. Yeah, I kind of like the concept of the EX Super, but I just like the whole RNG factor of it is just incredibly annoying. Because yeah, it's like you meet all the conditions and then it just doesn't happen. So it's like, well, I didn't do anything wrong, so why do I now have to not get the EX Super? Oh, what am I doing? I should have picked up the other ones. Oh well. Yeah, it's like the fact that free-to-play Tamagami number 2, his EX additional super chance is like 30%. So you basically never see it. Yeah, Goma can just do some free damage. At least the giant form doesn't actually affect like the turn counter like it does in Festival. BX Super would just meeting a condition. Yeah, exactly. Then it would just basically be like a unit super though. So I guess there had to be something that like differentiates it, I suppose. Now, do I do this one now? I'm going to do the all change for the other Goku on the next turn. Do I just wait until turn 5? Yeah, maybe. Let's keep all of those tech orbs there, so then there's a big chunk of orbs that if they all changed into STR, that would be pretty good. But yeah, trying to do this mission with like no items. Oh boy. Ah, look, Goku didn't get the EX Super again. Let's go. And he crit again. So that's twice literally in this run that we've missed the 77% chance for it. Like, how? How can my RNG be that bad that that's now like 6 times in a row? I beat it easily without Goma or items. Yeah, I feel like you must have just got insanely lucky then. Like, EX Super every time with Super Saiyan 4 Goku plus additionals, like... Because the problem is just how much health Goku has. It's the killing him in 5 turns that's the problem. It's not, like... The Tamagami's on the team, whilst they're not the best. Like, they can do okay, but... Alright, so do this. I almost did it on one attempt without items. It was literally a case of like, if one of the extra supers had been a crit, like, he literally had like this much health left at the end of turn 5. That's the other thing as well, is like one of them getting the EX Super makes all the other, like everyone else do more damage as well. Nice. Good orb change, game. Appreciate you. Really? You've actually got to be kidding me. Right, well, I'll just have to do that and pray that he dodges, because... What an absolute joke, man. These orb change items are... And of course he didn't dodge, so we're dead. Yeah, this is why this irritated me the other day. I spent like well over an hour, or actually it might have even been nearly 2 hours, trying to record like beating this mission. And just, yeah, like the worst possible RNG every time. And now there's no good Daima Goku friends.
Let's do this.
Hey Tala, how's it going? Brian, yeah, if the news is going to be out this morning, it should be in 20 minutes. Okay, so I've got decent starting rotations. Okay, so I want to try and get... I could try to do the thing where we get the triple Daima Goku rotation. I'd have to float off on this next turn. I'd have to float off the other Daima Goku. The only problem is, it's like, do you really want to have turns without Daima Goku when he's the one that does all the damage? Probably not. Also, these guys being on turn 1 isn't ideal, because then Mini Ku doesn't get his big attack buff until like turn 5. Yeah, anyone saying that like Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku doesn't have key issues is obviously they just get the most insanely lucky RNG when it comes to the orb field, like every turn, that they just never notice the key issues that he has. Because yeah, bro has significant key issues. I put the team I use for the 5 turns in the server if it helps. I mean, I think this team will be fine. It's just like some of the bad RNG for things like the EX Super and stuff is... I didn't even see, because I was looking at the chat, where the Super Saiyan 4 Goku actually got his EX Super this time either. Because that would be 7 times in a row if he missed it again. Even Tamagami number 3 over here in slot 3 getting his EX Super. I'm going to assume he didn't, considering the lack of HP loss from the Daima Goku here. I feel like his health bar would be lower if our Super Saiyan 4 Goku had actually gotten the EX Super. At least like if you can line up 6 orbs, which isn't always the easiest thing to do, but if you can line up 6 orbs, you can get the 24 key with Goku, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. And yeah, Goma doesn't exactly hit like crazy on the first turn. Daima Super Saiyan 4 is a 23 key Avenger, true. Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku and 23 key, name a more iconic duo. Hey, we got an EX Super, let's go. It's not just the fact that it does more damage, it's the fact that it gives the buff as well, like... Alright, take double digit damage. Obviously, Tamagami number 2, not ideally a slot 3 character, so he kind of does have to dodge here. Yeah, see, how are we getting like him doing an EX Super, which is a 30% chance? And then the number of times that like Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku's missed his one for me. It's crazy. Crazy behavior. Man. Could you imagine if these actually changed like the way we would want them to? But of course they don't. Which means I'm going to end up wasting another one of these. I should have saved it for the active skill turn. I was too tempted by all of those orbs in the middle. Plus I should have saved it for the friend one, because the friend one's rainbow, so... And of course he doesn't get the EX Super, because why would he? Bruh, at least it's because he didn't crit this time and not because we missed the 77% thing, but... Man. How do I know what people to upgrade and unlock? It's kind of hard to know when you're new. It's obviously like the characters who are Dokkan Festival characters or LRs. Like when you pull them and it says Dokkan Festival or like LR acquired. Like those are the characters who are usually the strongest in the game. But yeah, it kind of is. I don't really know what the best way to know. Like as a new player, it's just one of those like as you play, you kind of get used to knowing. But it's, yeah, I'm not really even sure the best way to explain. Like it is tough. Because that's the thing, imagine being a new player now and the game has hundreds of SSRs. And out of those hundreds of SSRs, like only 5% of them probably are worth running at all. It's kind of crazy. How many this is? This is turn 4 and we haven't even done half of his health. I don't know how anyone would have been able to accidentally no-item this. Like, what? I said I thought maybe the LR will be LR Goku exchanged to Gohan and Krillin with the Spirit Bomb. Yeah, I think wasn't Toon was saying it could potentially be the Krillin Spirit Bomb thing. I mean, it would certainly be interesting. I mean, next turn we got the double active skill Daima Super Saiyan 4 turns, so maybe that will play out okay for us. I don't know. Giant form Goma just tanking these hits. Good old giant forms. Piccolo and Goku extreme type to fit the new TUR design. Yeah, that would be cool if it starts off as Piccolo. I think it should be Piccolo, an extreme Piccolo that has a standby where Goku takes over while Piccolo charges the special beam cannon. I think that would be awesome, but guess we shall see. Okay, we got the 24 key. We got key for Goma. He's going to get a dodge and go up to 24 key, so... $78 million for him, that's pretty good. Hey, Goku got the EX Super, let's go. Because that helps out the next turn. Oh, no EX for Tamagami number 3. Oh well. Because yeah, the fact that we get the 40% attack raise for everybody on the next turn, and obviously it's the turn where we're going to have the double active skill for the other Daima Super Saiyan 4s. Hopefully this should be enough now. Oh, but look at that key. All of those STR orbs hidden away behind those one layer of orbs on the bottom. So I can't get key for adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I think Mini Goku doesn't actually get his dodge chance until he attacks. So I can't really put him in slot 1. Especially considering mine's 55%. What a joke. Like, we literally probably lose because of that now. Yep, because we got the crit, but we didn't get the EX again. Hey, Prof, how's it going? Not much, just me. You missed me struggling with this annoying Tamagami mission. Well, the Tamagamis and 5 turns. Neither of the missions on their own are particularly annoying. It's trying to do both of them at the same time that is the issue. Well, there you go. Turn 5 mission failed. Yeah, news should be out in 7 minutes if we are getting it today. I feel like the tanks one shouldn't be too controversial, right? I don't know. There's no point me starting recording trying to do it again, because if the news does come out in 6 minutes, I'd have to abandon it partway through. So, but yeah, that's super annoying. No. God, what stage of the red zone thing even was Fusion Zamasu? All this discussion on the timeline recently of like whether the Heroes team was actually good when against Fusion Zamasu, because the Limit Breaker Vegito version of it was so good. Is it going to be... It was the last one, right? So Dismal Edition, Dismal Future Stage 5. Yeah, I can only use the characters that were available at that point, otherwise that would be cheating. So who did I use when I did it the first time? It was like Rose, Dark King Fu, and then Dark Mask King, probably. Pretty sure this was the exact team. Oh yeah, but we can't use a... So there we go. I can use my own one, can't I? Of course. We have one? How?
Alright, let's do this.
Nice. Terrible starting rotation. Let's go. I mean, I guess we could do this and hope that Vegito counters a super, but... I mean, this is the thing, right? No team really is immune... Well, I mean, I guess some are, more so than others, but I was going to say no team is immune to, like, oh, well, you got a terrible starting rotation, so now GG. Well, that can happen to most teams.
Do you want to taste the power of the ultimate android?
Hey, shout out to Nova Jewel for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Man, when are they going to give us these Heroes EZAs that we're missing? The crossbow. I mean, I'd be very interested to know. I mean, you can comment on the video because obviously that helps with the algorithm as well, to be fair. But I'm interested to know why you would think that the spiked gauntlets aren't one of the best ones. Like one extra energy, making powers cost an extra energy more doesn't really matter because you just get an extra energy all the time anyway. So it's like basically negative downside. Right. Yeah, not a great starting rotation here, so very possible that we don't win this run. And not because the Heroes team can't cut it against this event, but just because it's a terrible starting rotation. Aquaman has my whole tier. Okay, fair enough. That's what we like to see. Yeah, Limit Breaker Vegito, but without the physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is obviously a very different turn. I hope they remember these EZAs, man. Because the biggest and best thing that they could do is these characters, when they give them their EZAs, because there's no point them being tied to the Heroes team anymore because they're not doing any more Heroes units, is to add other categories. Like, for example, imagine how busted, like I saw people saying in that discussion yesterday about Limit Breaker Vegito, there was people saying like, oh, You know, at least when World Tournament Goku and God Goku get their EZAs, they will be relevant again. Whereas obviously Vegito won't, because there is no Heroes team like to run. But the thing is, all they have to do is be smart, which again, this is Dokkan, so you know, tough. But just add like fused fighters to his thing where it's like giant 8 power. He must have a giant 8 power or crossover ally. Just add fused fighters to that list and then boom, he's good. Nice. As I said, Dark Mask King crits, then he basically heals all of the health that he just lost. It is just Piccolo. Alright, yeah, so let's move the chats over here so I can start getting this ready for the news thing. Yeah, so breakthrough amidst adversity. Piccolo arrives. Goku's clearly in the animations from this first screenshot thing that they've posted. I mean, I guess the idea is we just save the active skill with Vegito. Just gotta wait for him to actually post the... Right, there we go. So that's one of two. Saiyan Saga or Earth Protecting Heroes category. I mean, that makes sense. The art just feels really like it's not bad, but like super basic. Like, it's not bad, the card art or anything, but... Is there news as well? Is that what you say about the nodes? Is that because there's in-game news for... Alright, active skill turn for Vegito. Okay, so the standby, he standbys into a Goku. The Goku art's cool. With the Piccolo in the background, but yeah, the main Piccolo art looks really lame. It's kind of unfortunate. Ultimate speed, not another ultimate speed battle. Event renewal. Reward boost will be added to the event and it will be halved for a limited amount of time. Interesting. And then the Ferocious Warrior race, is that the Raditz one by any chance? That's good though that new nodes are coming out like for Dokkan Frontier already, because if they waited too long, like I've said before, like the hype would be absolutely just gone if they waited too long. Okay, yeah, they posted the animations as well. Okay. To make sure that the animations thing isn't too quiet or too loud. I don't want to watch too much of it though, because I want to react to it in the video, but How loud is that? Not too quiet. Probably. I'll just turn it up. Okay, so... Alright, let's put this back on then, I suppose. Put this back to the beginning. And we should just get the W here, I think. Of course, there's still the possibility that it all goes horribly wrong. Right. From turn 6, Goku is invincible. Interesting. Alright, let's see. So I need to get this up here. That's there. Right, okay. So, I ideally just want Vegito to kill Zamasu here so we can end this run. I want the music to start like when I start recording, because otherwise it goes... Oh no. Goku probably won't kill him? Oh no, he did. So yeah, we didn't even have a good starting rotation, and we won. So like people were saying, oh, it could stomp them if you got lucky, and like, yeah, didn't even have the limit breaker Vegito on the first rotation, and we still won, like, without really any real difficulty. Okay, let's get on and do this. Oh, I was already recording for something else. Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing over Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we have the information on the Part 2 LR, and it is indeed a Piccolo, a stand-alone Piccolo, that seemingly has a standby into Goku for charging the Spirit Bomb, which is kind of, the Special Beam Cannon, which is kind of funny because this is like, we kind of predicted that this would be it, right? Discussing this on stream the other day. Obviously, a lot of people thought reversible exchange Goku and Piccolo, but I mentioned in that video that I posted yesterday about the hint, or the day before, whenever it was, about the sound hint that they posted, that a Piccolo with a standby would be pretty cool. So, yeah, the details have been posted here now. We're going to go ahead and jump in and check them out. I haven't looked at them yet. As always, when I try and do these, I like to read the details as I'm recording the video so I can give my genuine first reaction. But yeah, standalone Piccolo, so breakthrough amidst adversity. So let's take a look at this guy. So he's Super STR, which is kind of interesting that he's still super class. There was discussion before, like I feel like this Piccolo from the very beginning, even though he does agree to team up with Goku to fight Raditz, it kind of would make sense for him to be extreme. But either way, he's Super STR. And his leader skill is Saiyan Saga or Earth Protecting Heroes, 3 key 200%. So honestly, having another Saiyan Saga leader isn't bad, considering you don't really have, like, unless you've got the new unit, then, you know, you're relying on, like, I guess Raditz as the other Saiyan Saga lead now with his EZA. So that's pretty good. I will say, I do think his art is really boring. We haven't seen the animated LR effect, to be fair, though, because it's just like a single image, but it doesn't look that great quality, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the Piccolo. The leader skill, definitely good. Having Earth Protecting Heroes on there is cool as well, because obviously that's going to include a whole different build you can make as long as he's not restricted to specific allies. So let's see what he does. So he's got key 4, attack and defense 250%. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. Okay. High chance to crit and guard. So I mean, that's pretty good to start off with. Decent stats, guaranteed guard, 50% chance to crit, and then he gets an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 300% attack. When receiving an attack with 12 or more key, he gets 200% defense. So we've been seeing this a lot recently. So him getting 200% defense on hit is very good. When the character is the second or third to obtain key spheres in a turn, gets an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, Earthbred Fighters allies 1 key attack and defense 30%. Saiyan Saga allies 1 key attack 30% for 2 turns. Pretty good. And then for 3 turns from the entry turn, he has damage reduction of 50%. For 8 turns from the entry turn, he has a great chance to dodge. So he has 70% chance to dodge for 8 turns. And for the first 3 turns, he also has 50% damage reduction. Starting from the 9th turn, he then gets 4 key, 250% attack, and 50% crit chance and 60% damage reduction. So he already has high crit chance. So from turn 9, he has guaranteed crits, and then 60% damage reduction. That's interesting. So I guess this is some interesting additional buffs in that much later part, because he's obviously a standby character. Like, before we even see the Goku details, it says here before entering standby mode. So I guess what they've done here is he's got this 3-turn buff before the standby. Then I'm assuming you use the standby, and then afterwards, when you're later into the event, like, he's still got these extra buffs, which I think is quite good. So the standby condition can be activated from the 4th turn, which makes sense because he has the damage reduction for 3 turns. Stands by for 10 turns, during which charge count increases by 3 per STR key sphere obtained by allies, and by 1 per non-STR key sphere obtained by allies. Okay, so he's all about picking up orbs, like the Spirit Bomb kind of thing. Let's see. So his links: experienced fighters, Namekians, in-fighter, tough as nails, brainiacs, fierce battle, legendary power. Not good links, but that's kind of what we expect from a Saiyan Saga Piccolo. At least he does have tough as nails, which I guess like Raditz has, in-fighter. But yeah, he's not going to link super well. This is the problem with this guy being a Piccolo that is super class on like the Saiyan Saga team. He isn't going to link well with the other Saiyan Saga units, but I suppose it's not necessarily a huge issue with the stats and stuff that he has, I guess. Then his super attacks, the 12 key is greatly raise attack, raise defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to the enemy. And then the 18 key is massively raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy. So that's pretty good. He seems pretty solid. He's got the strong defense in the first couple of turns, backed up with a 70% chance to dodge. So I would say that is pretty good. And then yeah, we have the standby. So you standby into Goku, obviously for Piccolo to charge the special beam cannon. So he has attack and defense 300%. Gets an extra key per key sphere obtained. High chance to crit. For 5 turns from the entry turn. Remember that Piccolo stands by for like 10 turns. Randomly change key spheres of a certain type to STR, which obviously makes sense. You want to get those STR orbs to build up the charge. Damage reduction 70% and guard. So that's obviously very, very good. Starting from the 6th turn from his entry turn, damage reduction 10% per key sphere obtained, up to 70%. Damn. So bear in mind though, that's when it says from the character's entry turn, they're talking about this Goku, not the Piccolo. So this won't be in play, like even if this Piccolo's on turn 1, and then you stand by on like turn, well, it would be 5 because you can't stand by on turn 3. This guy won't then have this, like it won't count as turn 6 when this guy's then on the rotation in the standby on like turn 7, right? It's 6 turns from his entry turn. So it's going to take quite a while. Like if you stand by on turn 4, he then can't be, like he won't get this until like turn 10. But he gets 10% per key sphere obtained up to 70%. So he basically already has 70% damage reduction. Then that wears off and then he relies on getting the orbs to get the 70% damage reduction. For every STR key sphere obtained, he gets attack and defense 60%. Damn, 60%? Per orb, that's pretty crazy. All allies attack and defense 10% up to 50. All enemies defense minus 10%, no more than minus 50. That's pretty good. For every type key sphere obtained other than STR, he gets 70% defense and all enemies attack minus 10%. So he actually gets more defense than he does from the STR orbs, but with all the buffs, to be fair actually, he buffs all allies and it doesn't say self-excluded. So actually he does get more because he buffs himself as well. When attacking with 18 or more key, attack 100%. When the finish attack effect is not activated, interrupts the attacked enemy when attacking with 18 or more key. Oh, so this means every turn that you're in the standby with the Goku, When the finish attack's not activated, he interrupts the enemy's attack with his 18 key. When he receives an attack with 18 or more key, he gets 150% defense, which is good. And then we've got when the finish attack is activated or when attacking with 24 key, 50% attack, performs a crit when there's a pure Saiyan enemy or an extreme enemy. Okay, that's good. And then they have the same links other than Kamehameha and Saiyan Warrior Race instead of Namekians and Brainiacs. So that's interesting. So, okay. Interesting. So we've got his super attacks. Wait, does he only have a 12? No. Does he only have a 12 key super? Or is it just on the next page? Grady Ray's attack for 4 turns. Mega Colossal damage to the enemy and seals super attacks. It's funny that we're getting units that release now with like sealing on their super attack when most of the events you can't seal the enemy anyway. And then yeah, the finish effect, special beam cannon, raise attack by 17% temporarily per charge count and do super ultimate damage to the enemy. So 17% per charge count. So if you've picked up like 100 orbs, raises attack by 1,700%. Remember, it's 3 charges per STR orb. So realistically, if you pick up like 30 STR orbs, that's still like 90 charges. So yeah, he doesn't have an 18 key super. He just has a 12 key super, and then there's the finish effect. But he doesn't have an 18 key super listed. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the animations here. So I should... Let's pause the music. Mute that. Okay, so let's check out the animations here now as well. So I guess that's just what is 12 key, and then this is the 18 key. So it doesn't have an intro or anything. Okay, not bad.
True that you got yourself a new technique up your sleeve? I sure hope so, Piccolo.
Yeah. The problem is, it takes me a while to gather enough energy for it.
Okay.
So, here's the deal. You'll have to fight him alone and draw his attention.
All right. I'll hold him off.
Hang in there as long as you can.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So now we're in the standby, and this is Goku's attack. That looks really cool. Hat. Yeah, that's good. I like Goku's coming out.
Keep you waiting. Prepare yourself.
Oh, this OSC's cool.
Special beam cannon!
That's awesome. That's a cool little KO screen as well. So that's certainly interesting. We switch back to the we'll just put this image up on the screen for now. So yeah, certainly seems like an interesting unit. The Goku Kamehameha I think is like the best animation, although the special beam cannon is cool. But yeah, they're not a stacker, so I guess for longer events, Piccolo will still be pretty interesting with this, like from the 9th turn. Because I mean, he has permanent guard, he has the damage reduction, he gets big defense when he gets hit. So I mean, certainly pretty strong. I'm not sure if we're talking like best LR territory or anything like that, but certainly very cool. I do like the fact that, yeah, the full Nelson into the special beam cannon is part of the active skill. But yeah, the interesting thing is, like, obviously, I guess that is how it works, but it doesn't say on here anywhere. Like, the standby, it says going into the standby, right? And then under the Goku section, like, it doesn't say when you do the thing you change back into Piccolo. Also, it says here, can be activated when charge count is 50 or more. That was the one thing that we missed. So I guess that's why it's 10 turns, but you do get 3 charges from one single STR orb. So even if you get 1 turn, like we said before, where you're able to get like 10 STRs, that's 30 charges. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get 50 charges. But yeah, it's always interesting when they post these details. There's always like a couple of bits of information missing. Like obviously we can see that here, but it's not highlighted. And then it doesn't say specifically, but obviously he transforms back into Piccolo after the special beam cannon, because it wouldn't make sense otherwise anyway, right? Because Goku is getting special beam cannon to death in the active skill animation. But then he also has this thing, right, of the from the 9th turn onwards. So that's basically supposed to be there so that after you come back from the standby into Goku, then Piccolo still has these really good abilities. So he should be quite strong after the standby as well. So I think this is pretty cool. It's a pretty good design idea for a standby character. But yeah, so that's the Piccolo details. We did also get some news of upcoming information for events. So if we switch over to the Dokkan info thing here, we've got a new Dokkan Ultimate Speed Battle. This event has been kind of frustrating in the past, but decent for missions to get some more free stones, I guess. Then there's a new stage of the Seriously Serious Battles 2, which of course will be versus the Piccolo, and you'll get some free tickets to summon on his banner. So that's pretty cool. Event renewal for the Whis event. Reward boost will be added to this event, plus the stamina required to attempt this event will be halved for a limited time. So does the reward boost, does that mean the thing that some of these events have where if you use a special category you get the percentage boost? Because that would be quite cool, especially if it meant you could get multiple ones drop at the same time. But anything that makes the better skill orbs easier to get would be good. Plus the stamina thing being halved is definitely a good thing as well, because it's like, what, 40 stamina for one run normally, so that's pretty good. Yeah, they always do speed battle with the battle hour. That is true. It has the little battle hour logo on it as well there. Then we've got a new limited event available once per day. Stay alive, fight for survival. Take on the event every day to get dragon stones and meat items for stamina, which is good because the rumblings are that there's going to be a world tournament very soon. So getting some more meat items ready for that would be good. Oh, is it reward boost as in you can use the boost thing? Someone's in the chat said as well, maybe. So it's either that where you can use the boost option to do like the double run, or it'll be like the category boost thing. I'm not sure which, but that would be cool. Then we've got a burst mode coming up, which I think is for the new Nappa and Vegeta Dokkan event. So burst mode's always good for a little bit of fun. So yeah, a couple of events coming out with the Piccolo. But obviously this is, you know, the Piccolo is the part 2 LR. So this is the start of like the part 2 content. So it's not a crazy amount here. However, we do have new nodes coming for Dokkan Frontier to continue on the Namek saga. So I think it's good that they've brought out more of these quickly, because I like Dokkan Frontier. I think it's a cool game mode. It's interesting to have something that's a little bit different. And yeah, the fact that they're already adding the new modes is really good, because if they took too long to add the modes in, like as we've said before, like it would lose all interest and lose all hype, I think. So this also does kind of build towards the fact that if this comes out now, remember Golden Week is going to start in under 2 weeks time. A lot of people are thinking Namek for Golden Week. So if the Dokkan Frontier stuff builds up to the Namek saga all being in game just as we get to Golden Week, and then we get new big Namek saga characters, that will help people out that haven't been able to get through all of the Dokkan Frontier stuff. So I do think that is potentially a possibility. But yeah, so interesting. So we've got some decent amount of stuff coming out. With the details coming out today, it's Sunday morning for me. So this is potentially looking like the scenario where we get like Monday data download and then the unit comes out on Tuesday morning. But recently it's been Wednesday for releases, so I'm not 100% sure. But obviously, as always, with this new stuff for Dokkan, whenever we do get info, I will let you guys know, put up a video. So make sure you keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can see when that news gets posted. because I will try and make a video on it as soon as the news is available to us. So as soon as I know, you guys will know. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any Dokkan news. So let me know what you are most looking forward to this update. Would you be summoning for the Piccolo? I think he's pretty good, but as we've already said with like the Nappa and Vegeta and this April time slot, for a lot of players it's probably a fairly straightforward easy skip, because you want to be saving for the bigger stuff that's going to be coming out like Golden Week and everything. But he certainly does seem like a good unit. So I guess we'll have to see how that all pans out. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay, so now I just need to get that posted real quick. I literally closed the one tab that I wanted to have open. There we go. I still want to get that. I'm going to use that Piccolo image for the thumbnail. Yeah, Goma should be on the banner as well. That's interesting, because he hasn't returned as a featured character yet. He would be unfeatured on the banner anyway, yeah, but... yeah, I was too busy going through the details of A2. I was seeing some of the stuff that was going on in the chat, but yeah, I'm not sure why people were arguing. Like Piccolo at the beginning of the Saiyan saga arguably should be extreme, because he's still a bad guy. Shout out to Savoses for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. But yeah, Piccolo is basically still a bad guy at the beginning, like in the Raditz fight. He just agrees to fight Raditz with Goku because he's like the shared enemy that they won't be able to beat by themselves. And as much as Piccolo like doesn't want to admit that he can't beat Raditz by himself, like he needs to have Goku's help. But he's still a bad guy. Like he still wants to kill Goku. Because like he even says, isn't there, there's the line about the special beam cannon, is that like he didn't want to use it against Piccolo because he's saving it for Goku. Like that was the whole point of him coming up with the special beam cannon attack, is because he wanted to use it against Goku. Let's just put these event icons over here as well. Oh no, I don't mean to do that. Just gonna get rid of that one. Move those up. Move that up slightly. And then put that on there as well. I should move the need to move the chats back across because I can't see them while I'm doing this now. Keep Million Arena, never again. Yeah, please, never again. What a terrible, terrible mistake that event was. One gripe is that he doesn't stack for Festival. That's one of the best things about him. The less things that they bring out for Festival so it can just die into obscurity, the better. Right, so let's do that. Alright. I didn't even click to start doing the upload, that's annoying. So, part 2 LR Piccolo. 1, 2 special beam cannon standby. LR Piccolo. Full info. Save this. Yeah, it's definitely one of those units that like will be super fun to have, but is definitely not like a must summon, just like Vegeta and Nappa. But as I said before, they did exactly what I said, or what we've said for years that like they should do, is if you pulled all the units in this celebration and you got all the easy A's and everything, then like the Saiyan Saga team is now actually a viable and credible team that can actually do difficult events and stuff. Well, they posted the physical and easy A details as well. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to record that now as well. I mean, I guess I'm not complaining, right? More content. Let's go. I need you guys to make sure you help out your boy, help out the channel. Even though you're here in the stream when we're recording the stuff, please do go ahead and open up the video and check it out. Even if you just open it up in a separate tab and let it play. Getting those early views in really helps with like the YouTube algorithm. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know you came over from the stream, all of that good stuff. That all helps a lot. Right, so let's see. Oh wow, so yeah, they just straight up posted their details. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I guess we're doing that now as well. More work, Ningen, let's go. I know, right? Yeah, and that's a hype the video if you have the hype option. The video is just processing now currently. It says processing 2 minutes. That can't be right. Yeah, I hope they fix these guys because they were absolute massive disappointment in my opinion when they first came out, the physical Piccolo and thingy. Okay. So I need to get this up here now as well. So I'm gonna have to move. Let me move the chats back over here so I can actually see them. Bruh, what are they doing bringing out 2 of these things at the same time? On the same day. I'm getting closer to Cooler. Oh, I can't wait for that. STR Cooler, Easy A. Let's go. Right, so the video is up. Let me grab the link here. Like I said, even if you guys were here when we recorded the video, if you can click on the link, open up the video, leave a comment, let me know you came over from the stream. All of that stuff like really helps with the YouTube algorithm. If a video gets likes, views and comments within the first like few minutes of it going up, then YouTube is more likely to think, oh well, this is the video that people want to see, let's push it out in the algorithm. So you guys like massively help out the channel if you check out the video, comment, all that good stuff. It's very much appreciated. So yeah, let's jump in and do the recording for this then quickly as well. Right, where are we? Twitter full screen. There we go. Right. Hey guys, Marsegan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. It seems we have been blessed not only with the Part 2 LR information, but they've also followed up by posting the EZA details, basically straight after, for the physical Goku and Piccolo, who obviously we all assumed would probably be getting an EZA in Part 2. And I guess I forgot to mention in that last video where we talked about the details for the Part 2 LR, I should have mentioned the fact that that probably cemented the fact that these guys were going to be getting an EZA in Part 2. And obviously that appears to have been the case because we have the details here now. So that's very interesting, because I wonder if that means then that these guys, if the details are being posted now, they must be coming out like with the Part 2 LR at the same time, which is good. I know that it's good for them to spread out content so that there's not dead weeks and stuff like that, but really if you get the Part 2 LR, especially because of their links, you really want these guys as their rotation partner. So these guys getting an EZA at the same time as the Part 2 LR coming out is really, really good. So just like with the previous one and just like with all these videos, I haven't read the details myself yet. So we're going to jump in and go through them here. Hopefully they're good. They're a unit that I was never particularly a big fan of when they first came out. It was a typical thing where I got super lucky summoning on their banner, because that always happens for characters I don't really care about getting. I think I got them in like 3 or 4 multis probably. But I was never a huge fan. I thought they were quite weak defensively. But let's go ahead and see what they got. So they've obviously got the double leader skill Saiyan Saga or Battle of Wits, which has been upgraded to 4 key and 170, which isn't terrible, but obviously we're very solidly in the 220 lead meta now. So not the best leader skill, but it is what it is if you need a Saiyan Saga leader. I mean, Battle of Wits is kind of a weird category currently anyway, but I guess it's nice to have another option. So we obviously start off as the Goku. So we've got attack and defense 300% and damage reduction 35%. So that's a pretty good start. In fact, let me get up there. I've got my Dokkan phone here. Let me get up the original details for them so we can see just how much they've changed here. So, oh god, yeah, Goku's passive was so empty before. So he's got a whole bunch of extra stats, and the 35% damage reduction is new. So for 7 turns from his entry turn, which used to be 5, he gets key 5, attack and defense 150%, guards all attacks, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical and STR excluded, to rainbow. Oh, so this is really good. Not only does he keep physical orbs for himself, but he also keeps the STR orbs for the Part 2 LR, because obviously you want to pick up those STR orbs to charge the special beam cannon. So that's actually really, really good. So he's creating rainbow orbs that will link all of those orbs together, not just for him to pick up with the physical ones, but for the Part 2 LR with the STR ones. That's really good. When there's another Saiyan Saga ally attacking in the same turn, damage reduction 10% before attacking, and if there's another Earth Protecting Heroes ally in the same turn, another 10% damage reduction before attacking. So that means you'd have 55% before attacking, which is okay, but also not super crazy. Then after receiving an attack as the first attacker, key 3 and a guaranteed additional super. Before receiving 7 attacks, he gets 3 extra key and 300% extra defense. Okay, so he's got 600% defense before getting hit 7 times. When attacking with 18 or more key, chance to crit 20% and 50% attack. When receiving an attack with 18 or more key, 150% defense and damage reduction 15%. Okay, so even more damage reduction. And then when activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, attack 100%, chance to crit 30%, great chance to launch an additional super. So that means that if he's in slot 1, before receiving an attack he has the extra 15% as well. So What did he have? 55. So he's got 70% damage reduction when he gets hit in slot 1 with 18 key. But also he'd have like 750% defense. Well, he has 600% and then he gets 150 when he gets hit. So whatever defense he has start of turn, which would be quite high because he has 600% for 7 turns. Oh, sorry, before receiving 7 attacks. When he gets hit, that number doubles plus some, where it goes up by 1.5. So if he has like 2 million defense start of turn, when he gets hit, it goes up to 5 million and he has 70% damage reduction. And he has guard for the first 7 turns as well. So it kind of depends what his start of turn defense is. But this seems like he's a very strong slot 1 defensive unit, which makes sense because the Piccolo wants to be in slot 2, right? The part 2 LR that we just looked at. So that's quite interesting. So he's got pretty good defenses. And then, of course, it says when activating the active skill, for some reason on these Easy A things, they never show the active skill details, I guess because they don't change. But the active skill is Piccolo doing the special beam cannon, which can be activated after the character receives an attack 7 or more times, or when HP is 50% or less. So that's why they've put in the he gets hit before getting hit 7 times, he has the extra buff, because they want him to get hit 7 times. Then that lets you use the special beam cannon with Piccolo, which greatly raises attack temporarily, does ultimate damage to the enemy, and does an action break, and then exchanges into Piccolo. And obviously you see here it gives him 100% extra attack, 30% extra crit chance, and a great chance to get an additional super. Which I guess that carries over to Piccolo then, right? Because when performing the active skill, you then exchange into Piccolo. So that's kind of interesting that then carries over to him. So that's cool. And then in terms of Goku's super attacks, we have greatly raise attack and cause colossal damage to the enemy is his 12 key. And then his 18 key is greatly raise attack, greatly raise defense for 1 turn, and mega colossal damage to the enemy. So he infinitely stacks attack on his 18 key and his 12 key. So that's really good. So you build up a bunch of attack with him. He gets hit in slot 1 that lets him do an additional super. So he builds up a whole bunch of attack. And then the idea is that the special beam cannon should then hit really hard. And then he switches out into the Piccolo. So Piccolo is key 5, attack and defense 300%. Recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn. So he's got a nice heal every turn, solid stats, randomly change key spheres of a certain type, physical and STR to rainbow, and then 1 time only changes all key spheres physical to STR, to physical and STR. So the first time you switch over to him, if you have the rotation of him and the part 2 LR, the entire orb field is now physical and STR orbs. So that's pretty good, because if the Piccolo's already in his standby, tons of orbs picked up, which is really good. On the first turn, when you switch over to Piccolo, he has guard and 50% damage reduction. With 3 or more key spheres obtained, he has 5 key and 200% attack and defense. With 11 or more orbs obtained 1 time only, which I guess to be fair, you will easily get on that 1 time only orb change turn that he does. His defense 300% and guard. So then if you're able to pick up those orbs again later on, he can still have guard again. So that's pretty good. Oh no, it's 1 time only and then it's an infinite effect. He gets 300% defense. And oh, so even though his intro buff only, or say intro, but the for 1 turn only gives him guard for 1 turn, on that first turn you should easily be able to get 11 orbs with him, and then he permanently has guard and 300% extra defense. That is good. As the second or third attacker in the turn, he has 50% dodge chance and recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn. So they basically made it so that once you... I guess I like this, because what they've done here is you start off as the Goku, and obviously with the Piccolo, you part 2 LR, you start off as the Piccolo. Then, when you exchange the part 2 LR Piccolo into, well, stand by him, and then Goku comes out, that's when you then want to switch these guys over, because then the part 2 LR Piccolo, when he's in his standby, then he goes in slot 1, this guy goes in slot 2, orb changes so you can charge up the special beam cannon. So this works really, really well design-wise with the part 2 LR, which is really good. Because then this guy has buffs for being in slot 2 or 3. So he's got 50% dodge, more healing. When attacking with 18 or more key, 150% extra attack and 30% crit chance. 70% attack when HP is 50% or more. When receiving an attack with 18 or more key, he gets another 200%. Which, bear in mind, if you got the 11 orbs, which as we said is basically a given on the first turn, he also has like 600% defense and then gets 200% when he gets hit, and he has guard. So that's pretty good. And then when attacking with 24 key, another 100% attack and another 40% crit chance. So he's going to have very, very high crit chance, very high attack. So that's very good. And then for his super attacks, we've got greatly raised defense and colossal damage to the enemy. So once you switch over to Piccolo, he infinitely stacks defense, and it's a greatly raise. And the 18 key is greatly raised defense, infinite stack, massively raise attack for 1 turn, and mega colossal damage to the enemy. So these guys seem very, very good. They seem very strong, and they seem, most importantly, they seem really well designed to work with the Part 2 LR Piccolo, which is what we should be wanting, like what we should be expecting from these EZAs that come out with either a Dokkan Fest or the Part 2 LR. We should be expecting these units to get their EZAs and be beneficial to the new unit that they're coming out with. And these guys definitely fit the bill for that description, and they should be very, very good. Not only working well with obviously the actually having the decent links with the Piccolo, but the fact that they have the orb changing, the fact that at the start of the turn or the start of the fight, the Goku part of the card can go in slot 1, Part 2 LR Piccolo goes in slot 2. Then once you've exchanged and standbyed, they switch roles, and the Part 2 LR goes in slot 1 and the physical LR EZA goes in slot 2. So I think this is really, really good design. I think this is really well done. I was not a huge fan of this unit when they first came out, as I said, but I think this EZA does seem like it is really, really good. So this gets a tick of approval from me. Obviously works super well for with the Part 2 LR. But even if you don't get the Part 2 LR, you don't summon for them, this unit can be that 6th unit for the Saiyan Saga team as well. So that's really, really good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. With the details coming out at the same time, as I said, I expect these guys should release at the same time as the Part 2 LR, or at least on the same day. So we don't have to wait ages, which is pretty good. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. I will put up a community post for both of these guys to make a community response video later as well. So let me know what you guys think of these, this EZA, the Part 2 LR, all that good stuff in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Okay, so that's that done. I was not expecting them to drop 2 things at the same time, so now I need to get that uploaded and make a thumbnail for that quickly. So let's start uploading that. Shout out to everyone who has already gone across and clicked on the video. Physical LR Goku and Piccolo EZA details. But yeah, I think their design is really good for right, let's make the thumbnail quickly. I think their design is really, really good for what they're supposed to be for. I feel like they kind of knocked it out of the park design wise. Like, obviously, without seeing their numbers in game, I don't know how good they are, like actually in game. But yeah, just reading through like how they're designed, how they're obviously designed to work with the Part 2 LR, I think that's really, really good. Do I not have assets for this Goku? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. They've got one of those annoying arts though, where one of the characters is much higher than the other one in the artwork, so it's really awkward to put them in like a good position on a thumbnail. So I'm just going to use the SSR art, I think. Let's put that in the background. It's a shame that they made them a stacker though, because again, like I said before, we want all of anything that remotely gives any juice to festival needs to stop. How many 220s are they on? I think Truth's recent tweet brings up a good point. Like, wait, which one? Piccolo got more seriously serious. Take it easy, Team Apocalypse. I appreciate you coming out. Right, so I need to put a background in there. Then let's put an orange outline around these guys because they're physical. Full details. Basically about tags helping more teams. Yeah, because I mean that is the thing, right? Because they're on so many categories. It's why, like, it's kind of a meme, but it is true. It's like the Vegeta family team. The best build of the Vegeta family team is a bunch of units that are also Goku family units, because they're all the Vegeta and Goku reversible exchange characters. So it's like Vegeta family's best team is full of a bunch of Gokus. Because a lot of those units start off as Goku, even if they then can exchange into Vegeta. So it's kind of funny that, like, for the Vegeta family team, it's mostly made up of Gokus. Which is kind of funny. Right, so that's that thumbnail done. Let's go ahead and put that on here. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming out. I appreciate you guys being here while we do record these news videos. I know sometimes it's a little bit, I can understand it potentially being a little bit frustrating if, like, I'm trying to get this video put up and doing the thumbnail and stuff, so there's not a huge amount going on the screen. But obviously I gotta get the news out. This is one of those things, like I've said in the past, the alternative is that I just don't stream on days that news are going to come out. But it's more fun to be live, go through the news, talk to you guys about it live while I'm also then recording the video. I think that's more fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy, even though there is a little bit of the break in the normal programming because we, like I say, I have to make the thumbnail and do all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I appreciate you all being here for it as well. So now we just got to let this go live. Hey, SWO, how's it going? Tags fix the category problem. Yeah, exactly. Chia's secretly losing his mind over all the Gokus in his team. True. Could you imagine? It'd be like, haha, Kakarot, the Vegeta family team is finally the best team in the game. It's like, yeah, but half the units on it are me. It's like the blues, like that start off as Goku. The UI and Blue Evolution Vegeta that start off as Goku. Like, so many of the best units on that team are just Goku units, which is funny. And some of them, like the blues, you don't really ever even exchange into Vegeta half the time. So you've got a unit on the Vegeta family team that is basically never Vegeta. Right, so here's the link for the second video, the physical EZA details. Same situation again. Please go check that out, open it up, let it play, leave a like and a comment, all that good stuff. Helps me out massively. YouTube algorithm is a mysterious beast, but we know that early likes and comments and all that stuff really helps with it push the video out. As I say, shout out to anyone who has already liked and commented on the first one. I'll go ahead and heart a bunch of those comments here. And Kane Sen, we've got Anto, Prof, Dark FV. Yeah, shout out to you guys leaving comments already. Appreciate you. Okay, so now all I need to do is make a post to let me know what you guys think. So create, post. What do you guys think of the part 2 LR Piccolo? And might as well put the the physical. LR, Goku and Piccolo, PZA. Are they good enough? Will you summon for Piccolo? We'll make a community video. And let's put the image on there. Wait, no, not that one. Alright, so then let's post the link to that in the Discord. Let me know your thoughts over on this YouTube post to be in the video. Okay. I think that should be post that on Twitter as well. Okay, so that should be everything now. So potentially it drops Tuesday. If the detail, normally the way they do it is if the details are on Sunday, the data download is on Tuesday and Monday, and then the banner drops on Tuesday. Usually how that works, but recently there's also been a lot of releases on the Wednesday, so I'm not actually 100% sure. Time to awaken the LR Piccolo. Actually, yeah, what's my hidden potential for them? I'm assuming, yeah, I've obviously got them rainbow by now. I mean, I suppose they don't even really need to be a full dodge character anymore. They've got a lot of crit in their passive, so they don't really need crit. Additional would obviously be good for the stacking. I don't have any spare copies of them. That's crazy. Well, I guess I'm not changing their hidden potential then. I'm not spending stones to change the hidden potential for these guys. Have I not got any good super physical orbs from that event? I mean, crit and attack is pretty good. I mean, these guys are going to have the potential to hit like insanely hard, so I think that's why I gave them like crit build in the first place. Do I have any good super physical ones? Oh, I have a level 8 additional, and that's way too good to give them. That's like the best gold one, level 8 additional and defense. Like, that's the kind of like orb that like I really wish Super Saiyan 4 or Vegito would get a super easy A and then I could give it to him. It's like that kind of level of orb. Better to use the new Cyberman, the Tech Napper, and Vegeta. I would say so, yeah. Because they're pretty old now. Even with the fact they get a little bit of damage reduction in slot 3, it's probably not good enough. Oh, I could give them the level 7 super attack that I got from the Beerus thing. Couldn't I? Instead of the level 3 super attack boost. That would be funny. Do I have a... What evasion ones do I even have for super physical? No, just a level 7 one, which... I mean, do they even... I mean, dodge is always good, but that would also drop them down to 14 crit. But they have a lot of crit. I don't think they... They probably do need additional more now, because they've got so much crit built into their kit. But I'm not giving them that really good one. I guess I could just give them the level 6 one. Because yeah, I would probably take some crit out of like here if I actually had the extra copies of them, but I don't, and I'm not spending stones to change them. So, because that's the thing, they will be on the Part 2 LR banner. So the Part 2 LR banner is going to be the new Piccolo, those guys, Goma probably, because again, I don't think he's come back as a featured LR before. So... yeah, I'm interested to see what the buff to this Whis event is going to be, because whether it's like with a boosted category, which would be good, or if it's like just you can use your boost option, which will be annoying for when it's not half stamina, but at least it is going to be half stamina for a while. Yeah, shout out to everyone who has put on the videos and commented. I see you guys. Just heart those comments on the video. Appreciate you. But yeah, I mean, at least there's news, so I actually had like some content for today. So it's two news videos straight away. Then I'll record that community response video a little bit later, just before the Resident Evil stream. And then I've got to do all of them. So all I've got to do now is, after this, I've got to record another Slay the Spire 2 tier list. Which takes a while, because someone had the really good idea with the first one of actually adding in the notes at the bottom to say what the things do. Which is a really good idea, and it makes the video better, but it takes a lot longer to edit it now that I have to do that, but that's fine. I like the fact that the videos are better overall. Also, it's going to be on the one for Non-Wepe, or whatever her name is. I literally Googled how to pronounce it, and there's a bunch of people debating it in the Reddit thread. Because, yeah, it's like one of the things, according to the top Google response, it's supposed to be no new Pepe, or no new Pepe. Like, what? How am I supposed to say that? So, I'll probably make a joke about it right at the beginning. And then for the whole of the rest of the video, just keep saying her instead of trying to say the name again. Because I don't really know how you're supposed to say it. Prof, you'll have to let me know in the chat. I'll put it in the Dokkan. I'll put it in the Slay the Spire thing. Where is my... before I actually put the thing in that I was going to be talking about. But yeah, so anyway, that is going to be it for the stream. Lots of news today. It's exciting. Part 2 of the celebration looking pretty good. Like I say, they've done a really good job with this celebration of taking a team that was basically nothing before, because the Saiyan Saga team was horribly mid, and now that's Nappa's System of Down OST. They've taken a team that was like horribly mid and brought out a really good new unit with a really good banner unit, then dropped 3 really good EZAs, and then a really good Part 2 LR with another really good EZA. So, arguably by the end of this celebration, the Saiyan Saga team is actually really good, which it most certainly was not before. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, decent amount of news. I appreciate all you guys coming out to the stream. I appreciate everyone who has checked out those news videos that have gone up, even if you were here when we recorded them. Do make sure you do that. Leave some likes, leave some comments. It really helps me out. And do comment on that post that I made, the community tab post, because then I will make the video a little bit later today. I'll probably record it in a few hours from now. Probably, well, I'm streaming on the second channel. Do check that out. The link's pinned in the chat. We're going to be doing some more classic Resident Evil, messing around with the bonus game modes on Resident Evil 2, and then probably starting Resident Evil 3. That stream will be in 5 hours time. So I'll probably record that community video in about 4 hours time. So you've got 4 hours to comment on that video. If you want comment on that YouTube post, if you want to be in the video for the community response. But yeah, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tons of news. We also got another cheeky little 2023 Heroes Team versus Merge Zamasu W in there. Because people on Twitter were telling me that it was inconsistent and that you had to have multiple attempts and the best starting rotation. And we jumped in for one attempt with a really bad starting rotation and still won. Because at the end of 2023, the Heroes team was actually really good. But yeah, so that is going to be it from me. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, give a follow if you're on the Twitch side, all that good stuff. Hopefully I'll see you at the second channel stream in a few hours time for some Resident Evil. But that is it from me. I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.